Advice for your 20 somethings coming from somebody that will be 30 in T-minus 17 days. Hey girl, hey boy, hey, what it is, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tyra Lane and we are back for another video. Today we are doing a sit down video because as y'all heard, I will be 30 in 17 days. I turned 30 on the 28th and I was like, you know what y'all, I have lived a life in my 20 something, so I just feel like I need to come on here and drop some gems because there's some things, you know, that I've learned along the way that I wish somebody could tell me. But you know, some stuff we have to learn, like some lessons we have to learn. You can't just be told. So if you are new to my channel and this is your first time seeing my face, hey girl, hey boy, hey, what it is, what's up? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the Elaine gang because we are on the road to 10K. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video and supporting me, girl. What it is, what's up? But yeah, so let's get right into the video. Y'all know we don't do too much chit-chatting over here. So yeah, but y'all, I'll be 30 in a few days, like in less than maybe 2 weeks. And y'all, when I tell y'all my 20s was a roller coaster of emotions, a roller coaster of lessons. Like, it's just a lot, okay? And I know some people probably have went through far worse or you know, experienced a lot of different things than I experienced during my 20s, but I just want to give y'all some advice of some of the things that I had to endure. Number one, the people that's in your life right now may not be in your life forever, and that's okay. As we grow older, the needs that we have for people, for our relationships, changes, especially from like friends and even family. Like, you know, when you're younger, you don't have, as friends, you don't really have a lot of responsibilities. It's just like, girl, can we get lit together? Can we turn up together? Can we, you know, can I talk to you about my man problems? Can we go on 2 mans together? Like, it's, you know, little petty stuff. But when you get older, it's, you want relationships that's more so like, can I water you and you water me? Can I pour into you and you pour back into me? You know, like, I don't want to, you don't want to be in any type of relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, where you're the one that's always pouring and until you're pouring from an empty cup, you know. So you want to be in fulfilled relationships. You don't want to be in one-sided relationships. And I feel like when you grow older, you will start to learn that a lot of friendships that you might have had when you were younger, like in college or in high school and stuff like that, a lot of those friendships, if that person isn't growing as well, a lot of those friendships kind of remain on the playground. Like, they don't go nowhere. So on this journey, you will lose people. You will lose people, and that is okay. When I tell y'all the amount of people that used to be in my life that is no longer in my life is crazy. Like, I can definitely count my closest friends and family members on my hands and feet. Like, I'm not somebody, I've never really been a person that had like a humongous circle of people that I talked to or hung out with or even told my business to. But it's like right now, it's very limited, okay? Like, I don't just keep people around just to say I have people around, which there are people that do that. They just have people around just to say, you know, oh, I have a big circle of friends. But at the end of the day, it's like, do you? Because I don't need nobody around me that, you know, be talking about me behind my back or just don't have my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for one-sided relationships. As you get older, you don't have time for that. Number two, boundaries are necessary. Heavy on necessary. When I tell y'all, I literally just learned this within this last year, like my 29th year. I've really started enforcing my boundaries. Your happiness is dependent on you. Ain't nobody else gonna make you happy if you don't make yourself happy. So setting those boundaries, learning how to say no is in your best interest. It's the best thing for your personal growth. People will use you as long as you let them. Because I used to be the type of person where I would say yes and do stuff even if I really didn't want to do it. Like, I will try to muster up some energy and stuff, or, you know, I would try to muster up energy to do the things just because I didn't want to let people down. But then people around me, they didn't care about letting me down, but I would be the one that's always worried about, oh, I don't want to let them down, you know. So it's like, once I learned to set those boundaries and learn people not gonna do for you what you don't do for yourself, I've been so much happier. Life has been so much more pleasant. Once you set those boundaries with people, then you kind of know like who really actually cares for you and who really doesn't, like who really respects you and who really doesn't. Because people that actually care for you and respect you, they not gonna cross those boundaries. But people that don't care and don't have your best interest at heart and don't respect you, they gonna keep trying to push those boundaries every time. And that's when you know you gotta cut them off. It's like a post that said something about like, I didn't cut you off, you handed me the scissors or something like that. Like boom shakalaka. Okay, because some people will, if you let people enough, they will trick themselves out their spot every time. Number 3, if you have any inkling to move out of your city, out of your state, I say go for it. Don't let fear keep you from doing the things that you want to do, because what God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and a sound mind. Don't be scared of failure. Don't be scared, because I know that's a lot of things that keep people from moving away or doing the things that they want to do, is because they be scared to fail. Failure is a part of growth. Like everything that we try to do is not going to always succeed, and you're not going to grow if you don't try. You never know if something is going to work out for you if you don't even attempt to do it, you know. So that's just like me. Like for years I thought about moving out of state. I thought about it, I prayed on it, I talked to God about it before I actually did it. And a part of that, the reason why it took me so long, is because I was always in my head like, what if this don't work out, what if this happens, what if that happens? And it's like, girl, you keep sitting around asking what if it don't happen, you know? What if it works out? What if all things work how they're supposed to work? What if all pieces of the puzzle come together how they are supposed to come together, you know? So yeah, it's like as you go, and I feel like especially in your 20s, that's the best time to make mistakes. That's the best time to learn lessons, because you still have a lot of life to live. That's the best time when you are growing and perfecting yourself, becoming who you are supposed to be. So yeah, girl. Number 4, spend a lot of time with you. Learn who you are. If you are able to move and live by yourself for at least a year, do it. I highly recommend doing it, because I feel like you don't 100% know yourself until you spend time with yourself, until you are in that house, in that apartment with just yourself, you and your thoughts. Okay, you learn what you like, what you don't like, who you are as a person, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. You know, if you're always around people, always taking in other people's opinions, always in and out relationships and stuff like that, I feel like you don't never get to know who you are 100%. So and then you might get like me, to where I've become so comfortable in my solitude that it's gonna be very, very hard for me to let somebody in. I know once I decide to let somebody in and share my space with another person, they are going to be getting the 100% best version of me. Okay, just like I would expect to be getting the 100% best version of them. Like I pray that my husband is out there working on himself, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I have been doing the same thing. So I highly recommend spending that time with yourself, learning self-care, girls. Self-care, self-love, whatever that looks like for you. That's another thing. Cater to yourself. You know, let me cater to you. Yeah, cater to you, okay? Before you come out here trying to cater to any man, whatever your purpose is, before you try to cater to somebody else, cater to you. Take yourself on dates. Take yourself on solo vacations. Book yourself a spa treatment, you know. And self-care don't have to always be that type of stuff, girl. Read your Bible, you know. Spend time with yourself. Make sure you're putting good things inside of your body, you know. Like if anybody is causing you your peace, let them go. If anybody is disrupting your self-love that you have for yourself, let them go. If anybody is draining you, let them go. Okay, don't spend your 20s chasing after no man, no woman, no none of that. Chase after yourself. Don't waste your time trying to pursue somebody that had told you 20 million times they don't want you. You know, like let it go. Let it go, baby. I promise you, God is gonna replace it with better. There's always better, you know. There is always better. Let that person go. Let the leaves fall where they may fall. You hear me? Okay. And to piggyback off of that, don't crash out behind these men. Don't crash out behind these men. Don't let these people trick you out your spot and have you doing things that may cost your life, literally, or have you in jail, literally. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna still be living their best life while you locked up somewhere. because you decided to crash out about a person that told you 50 million times they don't want you. They didn't already showed you who they are. When people show you their true colors, believe them. Don't try to change nobody if they ain't trying to change for themselves. Oh, you preaching? Y'all, I'm recording a TikTok too, so if this video is kind of jumpy and kind of all over the place, I hope y'all still getting the message. But yes, I am recording. I'm gonna put like a short clip of this on my TikTok and my Instagram. But yeah, girl, my 20s has taught me a lot. When I tell y'all a lot, I have been through before I even hit 20. Like, I lost my mama, then turned around and lost my granny, then in my 20s I lost my daddy. Like, my relationships with some people, like some friends that I thought I would be friends with for a lifetime or no more. Like, me and these people don't even speak. We don't even follow each other on social media. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that I would have called a best friend, people that not even a best friend, that was considered family, you know. So it's just like, you have to, I feel like in your 20s you have to be open to change. You have to embrace change. You can't hold on to things, people, anything that's not meant to stay. You know, that's not meant to stay, because everything, I'm not gonna say everything, but some things are there in your life to serve a certain purpose. Some things are only there to teach you a lesson and only there for a season. So once that lesson is learned, once God feels like it's time to elevate you to the next level, some of those people can't go. Some of those things can't go with you to that next level. You know, some of those things are people from your past that you done grew up with is holding you back and was keeping you from your purpose. So I know a lot of us like to hold on to things and hold on to people, and sometimes you just kind of have to let that go, babe, because like I said, there's always the better. God is not going to take nothing away from you and not replace it with something better. So yeah, that's one thing that I did have to learn, because there are a few things and a few people that I was trying to hold on to, and God was literally in my ear yelling at me like, girl, you want to be stagnant? Like, you must want to stay here, because you're not being obedient. You're not listening to what I'm telling you to do. You know, like, you must don't want to go to the next level. You like being where you are. So as long as you keep being disobedient, you're gonna stay where you are. We have to be open to change. You definitely have to be open to losing people, baby, because everybody can't go. What they be saying is lonely at the top. It is lonely at the top, y'all. It gets very lonely coming from somebody that has been in, I think I'm kind of coming out of my isolation season, but from somebody that has been in an isolation season for so many years, it gets very lonely. But enjoy that isolation season. If you go through your isolation season in your 20s, enjoy it. Like I said previously, learn yourself, learn to love yourselves, read your word, get in your Bible, learn to love and obey God. Listen to him, seek his voice, seek his guidance, because that's the only thing that's gonna get you through, babes. Keep you some good credit. Keep you some good credit. Don't mess up your credit. Don't mess up. Keep you some good credit. Don't go getting all these credit cards and stuff in your 20s when you know you can't keep up with the bill, because baby, you gonna need that credit. Some of these places don't care how much money you got if you ain't got no good credit. When you're trying to buy a car, when you're trying to buy a house, when you're trying to do these big things, the first thing they gonna look at is that credit. Poo-poo, you know. And also learn how to save, learn how to put some money back, and don't just be spending all willy-nilly. That's one thing I had to learn, is not spending just because I got it. Hey, to ask for help. Learn how to ask for help. Don't be crippled by your own strength. It took me a long time, and I'm even still learning to this day, but I feel a little bit more comfortable with asking for help. I would literally suffer in silence, and nobody would even know what I'm going through until I reach a breaking point, which kind of drove me to depressive episodes or just having depression altogether. So it's okay to ask for help. And then when you do ask for help, because time and time again I would be so scared to ask people for help because of that fear of rejection. And then once I kind of got to a point where I was able to ask for help and people would literally help me with no questions asked, it made me a little bit more comfortable. So you don't have to do everything by yourself. We weren't placed in this earth to do life alone. That's why God sends you a village. That's why God sends you people that he knows your need in your life, so y'all can help each other. And also, don't base your life off of others. And I feel like that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do with this day and age, just because we do have social media and other people's lives is so accessible to us. Like, we can get on Instagram and TikTok or whatever and see how other people are living, and it's so easily to compare your life to other people. But you just have to remember that you are only seeing a glimpse of that person's life. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you know, like you don't know what that person did to get the things that they are showcasing on the internet. So because y'all know some people be out here giving up their morals just to say they got an Hermes bag, or just to say they got Chanel, or just to say they, you know, driving a certain car. And also, the devil is in the blessing business too. Okay, so not everything that you see that people have comes from God. Not everything that you see that people have comes from them doing good in the world. Okay, mark that. So don't compare yourself to what you see other people having, because you do not want to welcome that spirit of jealousy. You do not want to welcome that at all, because baby, once you open that door, it will get to good cooking, and it'll get so bad to where it mutates or transforms into envy, and you don't want to be jealous or envious of nobody. Okay. And also, I feel like the more that you I'm sorry if this comes off very white, I promise y'all it's not like that in person. It's just the lighting is, I'm still trying to figure out my lighting, but yeah, the lighting is just going crazy right now. But also, it's just like you could be too busy comparing what you have to what other people have, when your blessings can be greater. Yeah, it might be taking God longer to give you the blessings, or for those blessings to happen, for those things to happen that you've been praying for, but you don't want to spend that waiting season looking at what other people got and comparing what you have to what other people have, or questioning why things are happening for other people and they're not happening for you. You know, everything happens on God's time, and everything happens when they are supposed to happen. Some things God hasn't given you because you might not be ready for it yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't compare your season to other people's season. This mascara is so freaking good. I love this mascara. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this reaches the people that it's supposed to reach. I hope y'all learned something from this video. I hope you feel warm with this video. I hope you see yourself in this video, or hear some things about yourself that you may need to check in this video. I thank y'all so much for watching. I will be back with another video very soon. So I pray that if you did make it to this point, you hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the Elaine gang. And make sure y'all leave me some comments down below if you are in your 30s or above 20, or even if you are still in your 20s and your later 20s, and there's some things that you've learned that you want to share with other people. Feel free to leave them in the comments down below. But I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah. God bless these 20 somethings.